Midweek insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. I'm meteorologist Danielle Noyes. Another storm pushing to our south through the Carolinas with some wintry mix and another dose of Arctic air on the way for us. Snow Friday night into Saturday. We're going to break that down. And the coldest time frame looks like Sunday night. Wind chills 20 to 30 plus below zero. Let's start with the energy in the atmosphere. Does this look familiar? We've got energy digging down into the Central Plains, taps the Gulf and the Atlantic. Storm center off the Carolinas, passing well south and east of New England with a lot of that energy that goes by. Here's our next disturbance coming straight out of the Arctic. These bundles of energy nearby forming into a storm center off to our south and east. But do you notice this little area that extends from Nova Scotia in just off the coastal waters? There's going to be a little what we call inverted trough. Matt's talked about this before, a little wind shift that may help to enhance and focus some snowfall, particularly out over the ocean and perhaps coming into eastern New England during the day on Saturday and Saturday night. Then the energy is pushing offshore and we are into the cold. So what does it mean for us over the next several days? Well, our Thursday is pretty quiet. We get a couple of snow showers in northern Maine, light stuff, a coating here or there to perhaps as much as an inch in the crown of Maine. And then Friday, the clouds increase. The morning is fine. The afternoon is fine. But there are some small things I do want to point out. Do you see just a little bit of blue showing up here at the coastline? I do think some ocean effect snow showers will come in off the coast. So we've got snow coming in from the east, and then there will be a steadier snow shield coming in from the west. Notice by Friday evening, a couple of snow showers coming into western New England. This light snow will expand east over the course of the evening and the overnight. Again, generally light, not all that organized. It's a fast-moving clipper system. The Arctic front also comes in Friday night and Saturday, develops into a storm center off to our south, and there's that little trough, that little wind shift that takes place. So that will help focus some bands of snow off the coastline on Saturday that may be a little bit steadier or heavier. The rest of us is off and on light snow Saturday, but some of that may pivot into the coastline, some ocean enhancement here in far southeastern New England. Sunday, it's quiet. It is cold. Temperatures don't get it out of the single digits and teens. So bottom line for the snow Friday night and Saturday is it does look like a fairly low end or minor event, couple of inches, inch or two, but we'll watch that band offshore because if that can rotate in, we may get a little enhancement, particularly in eastern New England. Start of next week's quiet and cold. That's the main headline here. And why do we get so cold? Well, we get this storm center off the coastline and high pressure building into our west. So in between the two, keep in mind the air around high pressure blows in a clockwise direction, and around low pressure, it's counterclockwise. So we're literally funneling the air straight out of eastern Canada, and it comes in. The wind is going to kick up too in between that pressure gradient. So you're going to notice that particularly during the day on Saturday. Where's the cold spot across the country? Right here in New England, sub-zero temperatures that will come into eastern Canada and will move in for Saturday night into Sunday. Highs don't get out of the single digits and teens as some warmth does build back in across the central and southern United States, but we are on the colder side and the coldest spot across the lower 48. So school days ahead, and yes, I know no school on Saturday, but I just want to show you the trend here. Single digits feels like values for Thursday morning, teens and 20s, what it'll feel like later on. Kind of classic, typical winter day. Kind of similar on Friday, not as cold in the morning. And then Saturday, wait a sec, not bad in the morning, right? The problem is that Arctic front comes in, the wind kicks up, the temperature does drop sharply, and so too does the wind chill. So by the afternoon, actually late morning into the afternoon, and right on into the afternoon and evening, those wind chill values are really going to drop on Saturday. So if you do have plans, I just don't want you to be caught off guard by the fact that it won't be as cold in the morning, and then you're really going to see things drop off. The wind will kick up too, and that's part of it, right? The wind chill applies to exposed skin. So if you're covered up, layered up, dressed appropriately, you're fine. But that wind does pick up, particularly by Saturday afternoon and evening. Many gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, some gusts 40 to 45 for the hilltops down to the Cape and Islands by Saturday evening and night. Sunday morning, still some gusts in central, southern, eastern New England that go around 40 miles per hour. And then the wind will ease, but when it's this type of cold, gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour are still really brutal, adding that bite to the air. The wind will ease even more as we head into Sunday evening and night. So it makes temperatures on Thursday in the 20s to lower 30s seem not so bad, especially with sunshine on Thursday. Beautiful winter day overall. Thursday night, mainly clear. single digits all the way back down into southern New England, teens at the coastline to around 20 in the Cape, where the wind stays a little more active. So that helps keep the atmosphere mixed up just a little bit. Notice the sub-zero readings, though, 10 to 20 below, far northern New Hampshire and northern Maine for Thursday night. Friday, a decent rebound, though, again, 20s to lower 30s. There's that little bit of blue showing up. So as the wind comes in out of the north and the northeast, it carries some of that moisture. So we'll watch that closely for some scattered snow showers to fill in at times off and on in eastern Massachusetts. Friday night, teens and single digits with some pockets of light snow. And then Saturday, it's periodic light snow, teens to lower 20s. But again, that's early. And then the temperature drops behind the front and the wind kicks up too. So frostbite exposure time. I know we talk about this. I mean, we live in New England. So if you're dressed appropriately, you're fine. If you're covering up the exposed skin, but it is a serious cold that's coming in. The green shaded here is unlikely for frostbite. But as we head into Saturday night, Sunday morning, look at such a huge area of New England, seeing the feels like values drop 20 to 30 below zero. So that's when frostbite can set in as little as 15 to 30 minutes. Far northern New England, where it's a tad colder, it's as low as 10 to 15 minutes. Does ease a little bit during the day on Sunday. It's still going to be brutally cold, but it's not as dangerously cold. Far northern New England, still cold. And then as we head into Sunday night and Monday, still talking about some feels like frostbite values that are running 10 to 20 below zero, and in terms of a 15 to 30 minute frostbite time. But again, if you cover up your exposed skin, you're just fine. That applies to the exposed skin. If you're not wearing the hat, the scarf, the gloves, all that stuff. Meanwhile, memberships, the numbers are going up, and we're so appreciative of the support. We've got 4 membership levels. Going to try to drop a podcast later this week. That's for the Inside Track member and above. 1 Degree Outside enthusiasts, of course, is all things winter sports, all the details. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And if you don't have our app already, give it a download. Telling you it's the only weather app you're going to need. It's free. Thousands of 5-star reviews. Search Noise's 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play.